Welcome back, guys. We're getting a dynamics question 10 and question 11 of paper 2 physics 5054. Let's start. Question 10. A girl of mass 35 kilograms on a bicycle accelerates from rest and travels down the slope in a straight line. The girl does not use pedals. Figure 1.1 shows the gradient of the slope is constant. It is a constant slope. Calculate the resultant force on the girl as she is accelerating. So we'll use the formula. We have the two values of mass and the acceleration. So we can easily get the force by F is equals to ma, which will be force is equals to mass, which is 35 into A, which is 2.6, which will give us 35 x 2.6, 91 newtons will be the resultant force. Easy as that. Let's check. Yes. Question 11. Figure 1.1 shows a satellite traveling at a constant speed in a circular orbit around the Earth. Circular orbit means K, it is experiencing centripetal force. और centripetal force में the force always acts towards the center of the object it is moving around. या अगर the circular path है, then the resultant force will always be towards the center, and the motion will be tangent to the object, tangent to the path. ठीक है ना? So the resultant force is towards the middle and the velocity or the motion is tangent to the path. मतलब अगर इधर हुई, the satellite comes here, तो उसका जो motion होगा, उसकी जो velocity होगी, it will be in this direction. और जब वो इधर होगा, for example, तो उसकी velocity will be in this direction. So you get what I'm trying to say? That the velocity is constantly changing, and the change of velocity refers to there being an acceleration. And when there's an acceleration, acceleration is mainly caused by the resultant force being present, right? State how the speed differs from velocity. One is a vector, one is a scalar. Scalar quantity or vector quantity, where the main difference is that the vector quantity has some sort of direction, while the scalar quantity doesn't. So ये देख लेते हैं. इसको थोड़ा इधर कर देते हैं. So this will be does not have any direction, yes. So this will be the answer. B, as it orbits the Earth, the satellite is experiencing an acceleration. Explain in terms of velocity why the satellite is accelerating. अभी मैंने आपको समझाया. I'll recap. I'll give you a short summary. जैसे जैसे the satellites जो जगह होती है, जिस प्लेसमेंट है उसकी, जैसे जैसे की प्लेसमेंट चेंज हो रही है, जैसे जैसे सैटेलाइट इज मूविंग, इट्स कॉन्स्टेंटली चेंजिंग द direction of velocity. And when there is a change in the direction of velocity, that means there is some sort of acceleration. And acceleration is caused by a resultant force. So that is a very simple answer. आपको ये अभी तक याद हो जाना चाहिए. It's because of the amount of times I've said this statement, the same statement again and again. So you should remember it. Direction of the velocity changes and moves around the earth. Just like I told you, its velocity changes with time. This is an acceleration. When the velocity is changing, that means there is an acceleration or a negative acceleration, which is deceleration. So in both cases, there is a resultant force. On figure 1.1, draw an arrow starting on the satellite to show the direction of the satellite's acceleration. Whenever centripetal force is being acted on a body, the resultant force is always it will be towards the center, right? Because as the name applies, centripetal force. So resultant force will always be towards the center. ये बनाया है हमने पहले से ही है. This is the direction of the force and this is the direction of the velocity. The direction of the force is perpendicular to the direction of the velocity. Vice versa. As the satellite orbits the Earth, it experiences a force due to gravitational attraction. State and explain whether this force does work or on the satellite, and state whether the energy of the satellite is affected. It experiences a force due to gravitational attraction. State whether this force does any work on the satellite. No, work के लिए क्या फॉर्मूला होता है? वर्क डन का फॉर्मूला होता है फोर्स इनटू डिस्टेंस parallel to the direction in motion. It is parallel to the direction in motion, but this is perpendicular. This is the direction of the motion and this is the force, right? So they are perpendicular to each other. That means there is no work done. ठीक है ना? So that is the answer. My bad. So let's read this for once. No work done and force perpendicular to motion, no movement in direction of force, kinetic and potential gravitational potential energy remains constant, there is no effect. So that is a very simple question. अगर आपने अभी तक मुझे फॉलो किया है, this would seem like a very basic question. So anyways, आपको दो चीजें याद रखनी है, the direction of the acceleration and the direction of the direction of the acceleration and the direction of the velocity. नो, बाकी भी एक दो फोर्सेस है बट दे आर नॉट दैट relevant. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz.